Hey everybody, this is the SFAL. I call it SFAL even though it's SFAL. Think about like Brett Favre. It's the SFAL 2021 semifinals. And it is the New England Patriots hosting the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go silentcast for a bit initially. Let's see. Let me put this out here for everybody to see. Let's see broadcasts. Here we go. So there was a fumble chance, but the white die was over 4, so no fumble. Atlanta will get the ball first, which means New England will get the ball first in the second half. I am going to mute it and be back in like 5-10 minutes. Button hooked to Javonte Williams for 5 yards. So we'll catch up on this first drive and then we'll be back. One more play before I jump out. 2nd and 5. Score out left to Hardman. Guessed wrong. And it's going to be 7 yards and a first down. I'll be back. Okay, back. So it looks like we've had Atlanta matriculating the ball down the field. Looks like a lot of running and flat passing. Let's see. Got a 22-yard pass to Kittle. And let me see if I can find the YouTube link for the show so I can share that out as well in case you want to watch that. So Atlanta was the number 5 seed. New England was the number 3 seed. 3rd and 2, inside run to Jeff Wilson. Guess right. There's a 6th center there, and he makes the block, which it's Ryan Kelly. That gets the first time. It needed to be a 6. So here's my YouTube link. Copy link. So we got this broadcast. YouTube style. Okay. There's a 1-yard guess wrong run. So let's see. 3 runs for Williams so far for only 7 yards. Wilson's got that 3-yard big pickup on first down. Here's Javonte Williams back there again on 2nd and 9. Quick out left to Kittle. There is a 6th linebacker there. Still picks up 7 yards on Kittle's card, and that's going to set up another 3rd and short. So let's look at the ball possession so far. It's been an 11-play drive for 68 yards. It's taken up 7 minutes. Wilson's back there again. Atlanta's coached by our commissioner, Anthony Tangora. New England's coached by Michael Stuckey. Both of these teams beat me in the regular season. I found them really tough to coach against. Square into Chris Godwin. Guessed wrong. Picks up a yard, setting up 4th and 1. My goodness. Heineke 7-7 so far today. New England against Atlanta. They did not face each other in the regular season. But to give you an example of how tough they were, Atlanta against Seattle, they beat me 30-14, and I just couldn't move the ball. New England against Seattle, he beat me 26-18. So I found them equally challenging. So here we go, 4th and 1. It looks like he's going to go for it. Inside run to Wilson. There is a 6 free safety there, 4 yards. Guessed right. He needed the key. If you're going to bring the free safety down there, why not key? Oh, I guess he thought maybe Heineke might sneak it. A Heineke sneak would have been no good. It would have been turnover on downs because a sneak on guessed wrong on 11. It's nothing. -1, -0, -2. Jeff Wilson comes up with the play. Guessed right. It's a 4-yard gain. Screen left to Javonte Williams. Again, a 6 there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. So he's converted 2 big first downs. Let's look at the box score. 5 first downs on this drive. 2 for 3 on 3rd downs. 1 for 1 on 4th down. That's not right. We saw him pick up 2 4th downs, didn't we? Or was the other one 3rd down? Yeah, I think it was just 3rd down. Curled to McCole Hardman. Defender X are +12 to 4 on a 4 makes a play. Steven Nelson, big play. Those 4s that are there for a reason. They can make plays once in a while. Look at the pass blocking for Atlanta. 7-7-7-5-7. So let's dump off possibilities. Williams in the backfield. Rondell Moore comes in. He's a great yak receiver. All these guys, again, A yak, B yak, A yak. Crossing pattern to Hardman. He is single covered by a 4. Dump off. Long gain, touchdown. It would have been an interception on 2 through 5. You saw it flash briefly. 4-minute zone interception split. It did not hit this pick. Here it is right here. The split die result was a 9. Let's go over here. The notebook for New England. They're good. Pass, 4-man in zone. 2 through 6, 11, and 12. It was a 9. So 50-50 chance there for an interception. And instead it was turned into a dump off and a touchdown. Atlanta, are they also good? I believe so. Yeah, so both these teams are good. But that opening drive took up 9 minutes. Let's take a look at that ball possession again. Started, opening kickoff, 9 minutes of possession, 16 plays, 84-yard drive, and it ended in a touchdown. So here it's New England's turn. They got Elijah Mitchell, Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks in the set. Atlanta's a run, guessed right, but it goes on the defensive card for 8 yards. Let me just check the broadcast. Looks like we're good. Nobody else has joined, so small chance of a sack on that Ngakoue against Brian O'Neill. 16%. Okay, 2nd and 2. Mitchell's in there again. Off tackle left, keyed, sold out, and still can't make the play. Look at all those -2 possibilities, but instead it was the defensive end -1 or +4. White die 6 beats the mid-season acquisition of Jadeveon Clowney. He was brought in for pass rush and his run defense. Pitch out left, guessed wrong. It's going to get a loss in 1 as was looking for the blocking back, which wasn't no blocking back in the game in that formation. Ernest Johnson, he's got those crazy short gains off tackle. Lots of love there. It's going to garner you some run calls. 5, 7, 7, and 7. So 3 7s and 2 5s. So he was keyed correctly, and he loses 2 yards. So Anthony Darren might go to throw the ball early. Third and 13, tough spot here. Double team Calvin Ridley is the target. Got a dump off chance. Gets a short gain, first down, big conversion, takes the pressure off. Would have hated to have to punt there after that long drive by Atlanta used up so much of the clock. Could be one of those games where possessions are at a premium. Mitchell back in there. So Mitchell and J. Ernest Johnson. Quick slant to John Bates. It's going to pick up 5. Brady 2 for 2. So 2 passes in a row now after some opening run calls. Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins, Daryl Mooney, quick out right to Schultz. And there's 2 men in the zone. 3rd and 5. Right, that was a 4. He's got a 0 linebacker over there. Joey Bosa brings the pass rush. I'm not sure if he was there in base situations. We'll see in the next set of downs. If it happens now, 3rd and 5. Michael's not quite in no man's territory, so we'll see if he. No, he does have a 4 there. Nick Bolton 4-5-0. So you can switch him around and bring in Bosa during pass rush spots. So he does this trick where he brings in Jamal Adams, allows the XDB to roam, correctly double team there. 2-man in zone, 4th and 4, and he's going to punt it. It was a white die 6, so another target would have been a 10-yard gain. And he's going to pin him inside the 10 down to the. Oh, he went for a touchback. I thought that was at the 1. I misread that. 43-yard punt. Oh, he was at the 44. Well, inside run to Jamonte Williams. TJ Reader makes the play. 6 against the 5. Do we get to see that on the ball possession? Play log. Play log will have it, right? Does it have the yard line here? Yeah, ball in Atlanta 43. It went for a 43-yard punt. Just missed pinning him deep. Inside run to Williams again. This time it was the left guard, John Runyon Jr.'s rating that was called on, and he could not make the block. So 3rd and 10. Again, all those 7s makes Anthony not afraid to throw short. Michael would love to get a 3 and out here, get the ball back. We are now into the 2nd quarter. Fly to Chris Godwin. He's doubled though. Incomplete. Nice double team there. That would have been a long game without it. My, oh my. Big defensive play. A lot of times you feel like there's nothing you can do as a coach in strat. But sometimes your coaching really pays off, and it did there. So 1st and 10 at the 39. Anthony with the heavy run calls and the keys early. Let's see if he switches it up and calls more pass. Defensive end, Clowney again called on. This time it was a white die 4, so he makes the play after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Elijah Mitchell still in the backfield, 2 tights, 2 wides. Crossing pattern to Mooney. And here comes some pass rush. Is that Bosa? Yeah, Joey Bosa comes in with his asterisk rating of 3 against Elijah Mitchell's pass blocking of 4. It was only a 7% chance of a sack. Random 5. 3rd and 14. He needs another one of those dump offs, or maybe hit something deep. Brady's got a great card. He's got that long gain on 8 and plus 27 on 10. Doesn't have it back in the game, so this allows Anthony to bring in Bosa, recovering Burton, but if you throw it to Burton, you're risking a sack coming, and his long is only 20. But you need 14 here, so let's see what happens. The extra DB now is on Ridley. The free safety is free to blitz or double. Not showing blitz, so he brings him to the short zone. Plus 12 on Brady's card. 4th and 2, and Michael will punt. He's not the risk it type. Let's see if he wants to. He's going to try to pin him deep again, I bet. That looks like he'll be able to return it, but he calls for the fair catch. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to have to go silent mode again. Got to go pick up my son. I didn't know he was Thought he was good for movies. So I'm gonna go be right back and enjoy the silence since nobody else is on right now to invite. Yeah. Koji, you want to do play-by-play? Just till I get back from the Victoria Gardens.
Yeah, I think the sound is good.
Okay, sound of silence then it is. First down, Monty Williams, get strong. Looking for one of those short gains. Hardman being double. And the result is 7-yard gain. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to try something a little unorthodox here. I am going to watch this as I'm driving while I pick up my son to see if I can at least give some commentary to this. It looks like Michael's driven out to the near midfield. And it's hard for me to see the down and distance. So I don't know how much useful this is going to be. I think it's 1st and 10 though. Yeah, looks like 1st and 10. All right, let's see if I can make it full screen. That's better. Oh, that's better. Okay. So 2nd quarter, 8:06 to go. 7-0. Patriots driving. We have a receiver catch for another first down, 1st and 10 to 16. Now, who says I'm not dedicated to this game? Doing play-by-play while I'm driving. He gets dedication or sickness, you decide. So, Michael wants to get some points. Would love to get in the end zone. I am using a hands-free device. But probably, I don't think this is exactly recommended by the manufacturers. Then we got Dearness Johnson in the game. It's going to be short pass picked off. Looks like it was going for a one-man in zone flat pass. Oh, my goodness. I got to click that out of sync button, but I'm not at the computer. Hold on. Let's get Koji. All right, I called my other son to click OK on the dialog box. So I think it's going to be OK as soon as he does it. There it is. So Atlanta gets the big interception, 2 through 5, good pass defense on a flat pass. That's a big break. These playoff games often are determined by big plays and turnovers. 2nd and 9 here. Michael's got to be a little frustrated to come away with that with no points. .6:36 to go in the half. Possessions again are at a premium as both teams have put together long drives that ate up a bunch of time. Atlanta's ended in a touchdown. We had at least a field goal opportunity for New England that could have happened, but instead it was an interception. Guessed wrong long pass, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. So he had him guess and run. And we got an interception split on a short pass, but instead it hits the incompletion. That would have been a big break. That's a couple times he's avoided the interception splits. And I got to call my son again. Got the mismatch. All right. So New England will take over close to their own 40. Looks like we missed one play. An 8-yard gain. So into at New England's own 44. I guess flat pass. It's a receiver reading. Picks up the first. See, who was that? John Bates, maybe. No, it was no, it was Bates. 7-0. New England into Atlanta territory. 1st and 10 with under 5 minutes to go. Off tackle. Yes, right. It's going to hit the short gain. Look at that big play there.
got it guessed right, but Dearness Johnson has a short gain on 8. He's able to carry the load down to the 26. Another guessed right run. This one goes nowhere. 2nd and 10. Again, if you get him guessed wrong, Dearness Johnson's nigh on unstoppable. Guessed right, he can still do some good things if you hit that 8 roll. The interceptions got Michael looking for more sure things, less risky plays anyway. There's another run call. This time the linebacker in the zone makes the play and loses a yard. So 3rd and 11. I found it so tough to move the ball. His defensive ratings and the defensive play call, he was really good stopping me. He's not afraid to call run. It's paying off for him. He's got all those statistics, tracking what rate you are, how often you run the ball in certain situations, and all that scouting paying off. Michael would have liked to do some self-scouting maybe to counteract the tendencies. 3-3-5, crossing pattern to Ridley, double covered, incomplete. Or not double covered, but just covered by 6. Couldn't quite see on this small screen. He takes the field goal opportunity and makes it. So 7-3, 2 minutes to go. And New England will get the ball first at the start of the second half. They start out here in a base formation. Javonte Williams off tackle left, guessed wrong. Short gain, 15 yards for Williams. Takes it out to the 26. Started from their own 11 after the kickoff pinned him deep. First and 10 at the 26. Same formation. Second and 8 after that 2-yard pickup. Defensive ratings make the play, I think. Failed block chance. Yeah, offensive onside in, +7, +2. So couldn't quite make the block. .107 to go. Anthony not quite wanting to give the ball back. Hasn't opened it up. Quick out right to Kittle's going to pick up 6. 3rd and 2. Michael will let the clock run. He doesn't want to watch him convert and then benefit from one of New England's timeouts. So 45 seconds to go. Let's see what we got on 3rd and 2. I think we got a guess wrong run. That's going to be a short gain. Out to the 40. First and 10. Near midfield. Let me call my other son here. Tell him I'm here. I guess he's not telling me. Oh, maybe did I pass it? What do we got here? 2nd and 9. It's a 1-yard run there on first down. Defensive end makes the play. Oh, here it is. I'm in the right spot. There's my son. Got my boy. 3rd and 2. Hey, sorry. I'm trying to do a broadcast at the same time. So I put myself as a visitor on the play-by-play. So how was it? Did you actually see a movie or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Cocaine Bear?
No, it was Shazam.
The Cocaine Bear, because I heard that's
I thought
hilarious.
about that. I was like, Damien, can we see Shazam instead?
Okay, perfect, because then we can go.
Uh-huh.
Nice. So we got Michael Stuckey, who I think you've talked to before, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He's fighting Anthony Tangora in the semifinal game of SFAL.
Oh.
And
Sounds important.
it's kind of important, but
Risky.
it is definitely risky driving. You want to drive so I can do play-by-play?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, let's do that. And your computer's in there and everything?
Yeah, let's go right now.
Okay. All right. Yep, go.
Gotta put my seatbelt on first.
Okay. Nice. Okay, we got mall traffic here, so be careful.
Yeah.
Pedestrian rule. So was it good?
Yeah, dude.
The Shazam? I remember watching the first one with you guys.
Shazam's more like a family type of movie. You
Yeah.
gotta watch it with your family. It's
Yeah.
like those family morals and stuff.
All right. Well, we'll go see it again. We'll wait till it comes out on Netflix or something.
Mhm.
Nothing like the what's the one with Homelander?
The Boys?
Yeah, nothing like The
No,
Boys.
No.
Family values in The Boys.
The Boys is way too brutal.
All right, another short gain. Now he's going to come on, kick a field goal with a second left, and he pings it right through. So we are now at halftime. 10-3. Get over here. I turn right on Date Creek. You're good. All right. Did you get any dinner?
No.
We got lots of things at home.
All right, cool.
Chicken. I made some chicken. We had the soup. Oh my God, that soup that I made, it's with ground beef this time instead of chicken.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I'll try some.
Okay. Okay, so I think they're taking a little bit of a break. I know Anthony sometimes like to pop on for the halftime interview. If you're listening to this afterward, Anthony, I'm in the show as a commentator, but I am not the host. When I get back home, I'm hosting on my computer. Okay, so here we got New England getting the ball at their own 25. First and 10. Just to start the third quarter. They're only down a score. So they've had some bad luck in the first half. Missed out on an interception split on the Falcons touchdown. Threw an interception when they were deep in Falcons territory. Had another interception on a different drive. So he's got to feel pretty good. You know, you'd love to be tied or winning right now, but he's only down 7, and he's been able to move the ball. There is a guest right short pass for 12 yards. First down and 10 at the New England 37. Anthony's been calling him right. Look for Michael to switch up his tendencies. There's a 9-yard pass to a vacated zone. So what time do I need to wake up tomorrow? Okay. 2nd and 1 Out to the 46.
What time is it?
Right now it's 9:14. Yeah, that's the right time. This one
Oh,
it's weird. I don't know where the settings are for this one. I should be able to do it here. Enter settings. Clock adjustment. No, it's easy.
Oh, nice.
Easy peasy.
Nice. A little bit of attention.
Yeah. But it didn't stick. You see? I think I'm doing something wrong because I did that before. On screen display. 9. Nope. 9. Okay, so how do I go back like that? See, it didn't stick. Why isn't it sticking? 9. Oh, maybe I have to like.
Press save.
Oh, now it is. There you go. There you go. You're right. You just have to. Okay. Second and 11 near midfield. So you get a straight run for -1. Another guest right run goes nowhere. It was the D cards that made it happen, though. Looking for the blocking back, or offensive onside end. Could not make the block. +5, +0. So 3rd and 11. So he's throwing long, throwing again on 3rd and long. In comes Joey Bosa. He's got Jadeveon Clowney on the other end. So pass rush there to put a damper in your drive. You know, Mike might switch it up and throw a flat pass to one of his better yak receivers, but Anthony could adjust too. Crossing pattern to Calvin Ridley. Again, finds a blank. So 4th and 11, and it'll be punt time. I'll try to pin him again. Hasn't been able to successfully get him inside the 5 yet. That's a good one. And it's down into the end zone. Nearly made him pay, or nearly got him trapped there inside the 5, but again, just a yard or two short. You know, those tiny differences in a playoff game make a big, add up. So Atlanta gets the ball back up 7, 11:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're good. You don't have to change. Because this lane's going to end.
Oh, yeah.
So you're good. You don't have to.
Change it there.
Yeah, it goes from 3 lanes to 2 lanes pretty quick. All right. Looks like we got a yak receiver reading is going to get a first down. First 10 out to the 32, 12-yard pickup. I think. Looks like it. Something like that. Can't quite. These letters are so small on the phone. I need to get a phablet. Yeah, it was 12 yards. Okay. He's sticking with blocking back halfback, but it looks like Jeff Wilson's checked in. Give Javonte Williams a break. Off tackle left to Wilson. It's going to pick up 12 on his card. So he doesn't have a lot of the same number of short gains, but he's had a couple of effective rolls there on 6 and 8. Guessed wrong. Atlanta out to their own 44. Williams back in the game. Short pass to Harrison Bryant. 3-minute zone guessed right. And it's going to be a dump off. And incomplete. Second and 10 still. Perfect. 4-yard pickup, guess wrong run. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Big play here. I'll serve you a bowl of soup, okay?
Thanks, Pops. I didn't know speedball could be so.
It's pretty good, right?
It's awesome.
Where's the basketball?
It's in my backpack.
Oh, really? I thought, that's how you just put the backpack. And the computer's in there too?
Yeah, computer, everything.
Nice.
Take it out to charge and stuff.
Yeah, let's look at your old phone, see if we can get those pictures
Yeah,
back.
dude, I really would like those. Some of those are pretty cool. I don't want to say something big of a deal. Yeah.
Even if you don't log in, if you're on the home Wi-Fi, it should sync up to.
I know, but like if you need a keyboard or something to get into it, I can type in the password. It's not something.
No, it's not that. I don't think. I'm just wondering if it's even working. That's the thing.
Right? So dang.
We'll see. Weights can do that to you. Got the first down there on a Heineke flat pass, I think. Or was it a dump off? Can't tell. Oh, it was George Kittle. Pass to George Kittle. There is a 2-yard run. Second and 8 as he's inching up to field goal range. Third and 4. A 2-yard run and then a 4-yard run. Guessed wrong. 2-yard run on the D card, 4-yard run, guessed wrong. Third and 4. At the 37. Brings in Jeff Wilson, the better guessed right runner. Good pass receiver, too. Flat short, I think. Catch your pass.
You want me to bring it in?
No, yeah, just right here. Lights. Just twist it the other way. This way. Just twist it towards you.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not off all the way. No, you're this. Okay. Turn off.
Seriously?
The lights are not off all the way. Open the door and you'll see it. It'll still make a sound. Twist it all the
I
way.
twisted it though.
All the way down. There's like 3 steps. There you go. Now it's off.
Okay.
No, that's brake.
Emergency brake is on too.
Cool. Perfect. Now we got it.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, 2nd and 10. Yeah. Love this ball. It's a good one. Let's do it. Let's get a new net. How did you do? Who was the teams?
Dude, I won like 4 times. We did 1v1, and then we switched off every time somebody lost.
Oh yeah.
And then Ryan came back. He had these crazy shots.
Really?
In one game, he scored like 5 points against me.
Nice.
He would go from the end of the court. Shoot, he did that twice in one game.
Sweet.
That was his golden day.
Nice. Okay, 1st and goal now. So we got a big play there. Inside run to Javonte Williams, touchdown. It's going to be a 14-point lead for the Falcons. Hey, we're back.
I finished watching the
I heard the dog is barking. Hey, take him out. Take him out. Take him out, the dogs. Oh, they just went out? Okay. Hey, Toro. Come here. Why don't you eat the soup now and then take a shower? It's nice and warm still. Here.
Do you you know where my phone is? I think I might have left it in the car. Okay. Did you need keys? Yeah. Of course. Hey, what's this? Is this one of them cool chocolates? Yeah. Olive Garden Kit Kat. It's quicker than mint Kit Kat. Oh, you went to Olive Garden? No, we have catering. Oh.
For his nursery lunch. So,
Poor Evie.
well, she's fine. I'll go over there with her.
No, she's just so sad. She's so sad.
She's pensive.
Evie's so sad. You know, I took her outside and all she did was
All right, back on the main computer, back on the mothership. 3rd and 10 here. As Patriots are facing some desperate times. Look at that, an empty zone, but he was throwing to a double-teamed receiver. What did I tell you about Atlanta and their defensive prowess? Taken over now after the punt. Only a 25-yard punt. Evie, Winnie.
You can be with Papa.
That's a good girl. Come sit next to me. 1st and 10. Inside run to Williams. Guess strong. 4-yard pickup. This is it, man. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Patriots need to stop. Crossing pattern to Godwin. Guessed wrong. 12 yards. Guessed right. That would have been incomplete. Oh, no, it would have been a must run. He's not great. Guessed right. He's got those interceptions. That can change things around, but he sets it up so well. Run, run, run. Really forces you. Gets behind the 6th center, the 6th right guard. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Off tackle left to Williams. Short gain. Come on. Come on. Making this a 3-score game would be huge. Look for Anthony to take it easy, run a little bit, maybe bring in Jeff Wilson, try to grind out the first downs without exposing himself to too much risk. There's an inside run to Williams. Guessed wrong. Linebacker in zone was Bobby Okereke. I guess he wants to be called now. And that's could make the play. White die 5 against his rating of a 4. Just keep it safe, even if you just get a field goal. It's going to be tough to overcome a 3-point lead in the fourth quarter. You won't get the ball back till after the period ends. Inside run to Williams again. This time the stuff works. Blocking back 0 +2. The bailout 10 roll makes him lose 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Let's see if he lines up in a base formation, which I think he will. No, he goes 3 wide. No risk it, no biscuit. He's got that great offensive line. Maybe looking for a dump off, but you're exposing yourself to some interception risks. He could run it with McKinnon. Not good, though. Quick slant to Kittle, 4 yards, and it'll be a field goal opportunity for Chris Boswell. Kicks up, and it's bad. It's shanked. It stays a 2-score game. Will that be the bit of luck that changes it around? Hey, Coach, go get her food bowl.
Okay.
Just for Evie. Just give her a couple of scoops and bring it over here. Oh, my goodness. Long gain. Guessed wrong bomb to Darnell Mooney. That's going to go down to the 10-yard line. He's capped play with 64 yards, so he's got to get it in here. That's the way to close the gap. Get one of those big plays, and turnovers. 3-4 showing blitz. Bosa's in the game. Clowney and Bosa is where the main pass rush comes from. The linebackers give you a little bit more. It's got Dearness Johnson with all those short gains. Guessed wrong, and some guessed right. Quick out left to John Bates. There's a 5 rated linebacker there. And he's going to get 2 yards. It would have been a 7-yard gain without the yak. Would have been a second and goal at the 3 instead of second goal at the 8. Yeah, put her over here next to me. Let's see if she's hungry. Of course, if it would have been a run there, that's the dreaded 5 rule. When you got somebody coaching like this with all the double teaming and the blitzing, sometimes it's good to stick in those flats. Of course, it's not possible now inside the 10, no flat passes. So you're going to get a run. Oh, and he doesn't have Dearness Johnson in the game. Throws it to a double team Hopkins. You gotta have Dearness Johnson in there. Almost a sack there. Only a 9% chance, and the random roll was 12. There's Dearness Johnson. So now you got, this is a true 50-50 cat and mouse game. Everybody's covered by a 5 or a 6, except for Dearness Johnson, which I don't think you're going to target him with the asterisk pass rushers in the free safety and the outside linebacker. Curl to Hopkins. Guessed right. Interception. Oh, my goodness. Of course, Dearness Johnson on an 11. Let's take a quick look. Guessed wrong. 11 would have been +4. Just not New England's day. I think our commissioner's headed for a Super Bowl appearance. I'll tackle right to Javonte Williams. Guessed right. It's going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That rule there's another guess right run -1. The do not allow exceeding longest reception, and we don't add in do not limit longest receiver. If that had been on, it would be 17-10 right now because he had enough yards to get into the end zone. Instead, he got stopped at the 10 and couldn't get in on first down. Couldn't get on a second down. I think he had some correct double teams there and guessed right runs. Here's a correct double team. Chris Godwin would have been first down without the double team. So these coaches are both making plays. But the interceptions in scoring zone, oh, there's a 24-yard return by Gunnar Chesky. So even every time you think New England's dead, they keep coming back. That was a perfect defensive possession. Let's get the ball possession here. New England in particular, they got down to the Atlanta 16 through a flat pass pick. Then they got down to the Atlanta 8-yard line and threw an interception in the end zone. And on Atlanta's first touchdown, it was an interception split before it turned into a touchdown on the dump off on 3rd down. So 2nd and 1 here, guessed right run, but the nose tackle Vita Vea couldn't make the play. Got to get in the end zone quickly. Got to make another stop. Put the pressure on. Bosa in the game. That could be a tell. You think, oh, he's bringing in Bosa to call pass, but Anthony will mix it up and still call a run with Bosa in there. to slant to Schultz. Incomplete. Wasn't doubled. So Anthony using the old NFL ed defense where you double one with a free safety, double another one with the linebacker. Third and 1. Dearness Johnson has 5 unfatigued carries left. Maybe a sneak to Brady here just to keep the drive going. Screen left to Dearness Johnson. Nobody there. Gonna be a 9-yard pickup. Curl to DeAndre Hopkins. Guessed right. Plus 11. Without that, moving that free safety up, that's a long gain and a touchdown. Three, 4 showing blitz. Quick out right to Bates. 2 men there. It's going to go on the quarterback's card, though, for plus 11. Now to the 10. First and goal at the 10. We've seen this before just a few minutes ago. He'd be on the verge of tying the game if he had been able to cash in that previous possession. See what he does here. Anthony's dangerous with the blitz. 4 men in zone. Slant to John Bates. Covered by 5. Dump off. Plus 20, touchdown. New England finally finds the end zone. And it's Dalton Schultz who is the target on the dump off. Down by 8. Graham Gano comes on to make it a 7-point game. It's up and good. So now it's a little simpler. Get a stop. Get a score. 9 minutes to go. Plenty of time. Let's see how Atlanta responds now. New England was perfect on the previous defensive possession. Jeff Wilson in there. Steven Anderson comes in as a blocking back. Do we have any injuries here? No, just a choice. He's a 0 blocking back. What can he do that's so good? Can go deep. Max at 34, though, I believe. Quick out left to Kittle. Guessed right. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5. Huge drive. Kittle's got 9 catches today for 77 yards. Might be tempted to double team him. Although I'm sure some of those have been dump offs. Kittle's an A, Godwin's a B. Crossing better to Godwin. Defender X, can the 4 make the play? No, he cannot. He had just left 4 men in zone. That would have stopped it. You got to be perfect here on these crucial drives. Off tackle left to Wilson, guessed right. Defensive tackle is a 4. He makes the play that time. Otherwise, it would have been a 7-yard gain. So instead of 2nd and 7, it would have been 2nd and 3. Is Steven Anderson always the blocking back? I have a feeling there was somebody else in there. To look at that. Atlanta. Yeah, Vita Vea. Crossing runner to Godwin. And again, a dump off split flash by. Turns into an 8-yard gain and a first down. So he's just not getting the rolls on those dump off Dump off. Pass check die was a 9. But the split die was an 8. Even with 4-minute zone, that's not a pick. And of course, the sack chance was Dexter Lawrence 4 against Taylor Decker 7. No chance for a sack. Inside run to Williams, guessed right. Picks up 10 thanks to the block of the center. So he went to Anderson because he can go deep. Vita Vea can only go short. Anderson's max is 34 on a dump off. Vita Vea is shorter than that. Crossing pattern to Chris Godwin. Incomplete. Crossing better to Godwin again, not doubling him. Trying to bring the pass rush, but even with that, you're not bringing a lot of heat. 16% for Reeder and 7% for Vanoy. You'd be better off using the linebackers to double. 5 minutes to go in the regulation. 5:06 to go in regulation. 1st and 10 at the 24. New England desperately looking for one of those Taylor Heineke interceptions. Off tackle run right, guessed right, and loses a yard. You gotta be picture perfect here. Williams again in the backfield. He has 3 unfatigued carries left. He's also an A pass yak catcher. So you go to Hardman, who's an A. Javonte Williams, who's an A. That's right. Javonte Williams gets wrong. There's that short gain. Boom. Brings the hammer down. You guess wrong, you got a yak to worry about. You guess right, you can still cause some trouble on that short gain on 4. So just a tough combination to stop. Still time. Really want to hold him to field goal here or turn him over. Quick slant to Kittle. 11 yards down to the 1. 1st and goal at the 1. Oh, this is prime position with 3:18 to go. New England already used one of their timeouts early in the game. Early in the half, I should say. Kittle's got 10 receptions. I think you might want to think about doubling that guy. Maybe not here. He's going to pound it in. Look for Wilson to get the ball. Now it goes to Javonte Williams, and he pounds it in. Touchdown. Back to a 14-point lead pending this extra point. 3 minutes to go. And it's going to take some magic, folks. Tom Brady's the quarterback you want to have between the two of them for late game heroics. He's really going to need some good rolls here. See there, he just flips them, brings the free safety back to the long pass zone, so the 6 is there, and brings the free safety 0, Jamal Adams, down to the short pass zone. Short gain by Dearness Johnson. I think Anthony would be content to let him run here, as he's not going to bust a big play running. Plus 20 is the best he can do. Unless one of the short gains gets one of the outlier rolls. Now he goes to 3-2-6. Now you're kind of forced to run the ball with all those short gains. At least you get a little closer. Get 7. Clock will go down to the 2-minute warning. Not quite to midfield. You can still run him. Run him and use your timeouts, especially if he goes 3-2-6. Got to get in and recover an onside kick. That's what you're down to right now. Now you want to have a good guest run runner. They can run and run. Doesn't he have Elijah Mitchell? Bomb to Mooney, 2 men in the zone, incomplete. Third and 3. Figured he'd take a shot there. Hey.
Taking little Evie.
Okay. Come on, Evie.
You beautiful little Evie.
She didn't want to eat anything. You gonna take her outside?
I'm gonna take her out to sleep with me.
Okay. Did you already take her out? Coach, did she pee last time you went? Okay, grab her.
Beautiful little Evie.
Okay, you can leave that off now since the other dogs are going to stay. Okay, we had a flat pass there for 7 yards, and he got out of bounds. So 1:45 to go. Still 3-2-6. Still 2 timeouts. Run a short game twice. Use your timeouts. No, he's going for a post to Dalton Schultz. He needs a quarterback's card. T card is like interception trouble. Gets a dump off. Short gain, 13 yards. And does he get out of bounds? Yes. So down to the 36. Still needs to get into the end zone. Three, 2-6. Crossing pattern to Mooney. 3 minutes zone guest right. Dump off. Short gain, 15 yards. Get out of bounds. Yes. First down to 21. Brady doing work. Three, 2-6 still. This will be the last time we see that, though, inside the 20. It goes away as an option. I think we're going to see a Dearness Johnson off tackle run here. No, curl to DeAndre Hopkins, 4 minute zone, plus 11. Gets out of bounds. Still has 2 timeouts, so might want to try to throw his way into the end zone. Save those 2 timeouts to possibly force a punt late using the 2 timeouts and being forced to let the clock run. 3-4 showing blitz now. Colts is in the game. Will he dare call a run here? Slant to John Bates. He brings some heat. Incomplete. Bates does not have a reception on 7. Second and goal. Still not trying to run. Trying to save those 2 timeouts in case he doesn't get in the end zone. Crossing back to Mooney, single covered, 4 minute zone. He wants it on Brady's card. Or a dump off, here it is. Gets 1 yard. That's not good. Gotta use a timeout. .107 to go, 3rd and goal. Dearness Johnson's in there. Can't run a draw anymore. So if you run it, you gotta get it on Dearness Johnson's card, guessed wrong, or guessed right on an 8. 3-5 showing blitz. If you're on D, you can bring the free safety blitz, pack those zones in case it goes on the D card. give yourself the out of the sack or an interception if he's passing the ball and stuff in the zones if he's running the ball. Off tackle right, he's running it. There's 2 men there, 7 yards, down to the 2. Got to use his last time out. Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon. This is Trey Sermon time, right up the gut. He's going to need to recover the onside kick. And he's King Sermon. Everybody and their mother knew it was going to Sermon. And that's going to be it, folks. A couple of knees here by Taylor Heineke, and the Atlanta Falcons eliminate the New England Patriots 24-10 and will be advancing to the inaugural SFAL Super Bowl. There's the second knee, and that's it. That's all she wrote. So let's see if these guys join us. Look at the box score real quick. User drop. Mike likes to drop and talk in Slack. So it'll just be us here. A superb game called by Atlanta. Great game called by Mike too, but the turnovers, the 2 interceptions, that's what did it. There he is. Anthony,
Hey,
congratulations, man.
thank you.
Great job.
Thanks.
I had to call an audible and call part of the game while driving to pick up my son. So I added myself as a commentator. So it'll be a little disjointed, but I think I got everything.
Good.
And Mike is asking how to get in. You think he'd know how to get in by now?
You'd think. Fleet in Boston, wherever he is.
Let's see. Game broadcast. Copy link. Let me give it to him.
I guess I'll save my comments till he comes on. What did you see?
Well, I thought both of you guys made great calls. I thought I said this on the broadcast. I found both of you guys, hey, Mike, both of you guys were tough to play from my standpoint because I got to play each of you. But your defensive calls, it was so tough to move the ball. And I thought that was evident tonight. Michael, what did you think of Anthony's defensive calls? He seemed to catch you right whenever you were running.
Yeah, he won the call. He won the calls on defense today. That won him the game. I mean, the double team of Hopkins saved the TD.
Well, the two turnovers, now actually Anthony's first touchdown was on an interception split that turned into a dump off for a touchdown.
Yeah, there were 3 interception splits on my card I missed, and that was just a killer. One of them ended up being a TD. Yeah,
right. The other 2 were just plain old dump offs.
Yeah, and then I kept hitting I hit the one pick was a 2-5 split. The other one was a 2-4. But he called a great game. He wouldn't. I don't think I saw Dearness Johnson's card once until the fourth quarter, the last drive.
Yeah,
I don't think I hit the card once.
Well, I guessed wrong anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, one time right, I hit the short gain on the 9 or something. That was it.
8. Yeah,
that was it. I mean, I should have. In retrospect, I wish I called pass on some of those and made you pay for call and run. But I had a plan. I wanted to get you. I didn't think you were going to call as much run as you did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt like every time I threw a flat, I didn't get anything anyway, even wrong.
Yeah. Anthony is the king of those tendency stats where he knows how often you call run and what situation. So did you do any self-scouting to try to change up your tendencies?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little bit. I ran a little bit more than I came in with a game plan that I was going to run a little bit more than normal because I saw
you emphasize your tendencies. Just kidding.
Well, no, I saw you didn't call a run one time in the last game.
Yeah,
I know you had a 14-0 point lead, but still, and with your massive pass rush, too. I mean, I definitely wish I opened it up a little bit too much, but it just seemed like every time, you double team my guys, it was a lot of 3rd and 10s. At one point, I think I looked, I was 1 for 5 on 3rd down, which was a dump off. I didn't even get it straight. And you were 7 for 11, and then like 8 for 12. Every time you had 3rd down, it was 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 1. I mean, it was impossible to stop you. And then, yeah.
And then the rule set played a little bit of a role because
Oh, yeah. The
Did
yak
finally-
was so frustrating.
well, yeah, yak as well, but I'm talking about the long pass to Mooney, where he hit a 79-yard gain, and it was
Oh, yeah.
maxed
It was
out at
64.
Right.
Four.
So he stopped at the 10-yard line, and instead of
know.
getting a touchdown that drive, a
Pick.
couple good calls and then a pick.
Right.
So without that, if we had that rule, do not limit receivers, it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
But
It's
instead,
not battle royale.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah, I mean, I
there's a lot
thought,
of leagues that don't do that. No.
that ensuing pick, that was a lucky pick. I thought it sort of offset the missed field goal, honestly. So, I put together that really nice drive there. I thought I was going up 3 scores. And
Right. That's a big
That's
play too.
at that point, you just sort of go into coast mode, up 3, sort of late-ish in the 3rd. But no, he missed it, and he comes back with the long pass, but then gives it back up with the lucky INT. So it's a nice sort of exchange of lucky rolls there, I think, for both sides. First half, Michael, I thought I don't know that I've ever been more dialed in on D. Honestly, I mean it was insane. It was insane. I should have had a bigger lead though. I should have had a bigger lead for that much dialed inness, if you will. You shouldn't walk away with a 1. Working on a 1, trying to get 2-score lead. You should be able to open up a bit of a lead there, but you did a nice job on D, made a bunch of nice run calls here and there, and were able, I thought, to overcome what was just from the first half. I just was just getting it right, Second half, it certainly evened out more, I thought. And, still we were both, I thought you were making, a number of good. What it came down to was that, of course, that drive after you cut it to 1 score. I mean, that's where the rubber met the road, I think, in the game, right? I mean, at that point, the short
Williams
pass
kept
to
hitting
Godwin
the 4s, and I couldn't do anything about it.
and going to Godwin there, I mean, it was
I wish you guys could have saw my screen. I doubled them, and at the last minute, I moved to cover Linebuck, and I moved him into the look-in zone, the safety, and then he threw to Godwin. But you know what? Even when you had it 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 8, you were making those. So I didn't even feel confident when I had you 3rd 5+.
the team is well built for that. I mean, it was kind of like you can go. I mean, Rondell Moore is like a tight end. He's like a good tight end. I could go to flat to Rondell and hit a +9 on his card, right? Or with your pass rush the way it was, I mean, it's begging for a dump off. And if it gets dumped off, it's getting dumped, especially depending on who you throw to. If it gets dumped off, it's going to all A's and B's,
Right.
So it's.
Well, yeah, you built your team with those 7 pass blockers, and you wouldn't normally think you'd pair that with a flat pass quarterback, but it just opens up so many things. Flat pass right, yaks, guess wrong runs, and it's a frustratingly frisky offense to stop. I mean, if Heineke throws short and he lands on his interception split, yeah, you run into trouble. But it's almost better in those cases to have a lot of blanks, because those blanks, when the black die is a D, turn into dump offs.
Yep. The A guy.
I don't think Heineke threw 1 incomplete on a short pass card tonight.
That's
Wow.
correct.
I don't think I saw it once. There wasn't one time. It must run came
Must
up.
run for 11. Yeah.
You had a completion at least wrong, but I don't think it came up one time missed pass.
Yeah.
But,
Well, he missed it. He missed it on the interception split, but then those turned into jump offs.
those are on the D's. Yeah, those are on the D's though, on the D
Right.
card.
I thought you had me, Michael. I mean, I really thought you had me because after that INT, you stepped up. Your defensive calls were just awesome. First down run, second down run. I mean, 3 and out. See you later. You came back, drive the field, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit, he's on defense. How am I staying on the field here? And it just worked out. Stayed on the field.
Yeah, and the opening drive, I thought, set the tone. 16 plays, 84
Yeah,
yards.
84 yards.
Ate up
Yeah,
9 minutes of time.
A third and fourth down bonanza.
Yep.
yeah,
Good guess right running up with Wilson.
yeah,
And some blocks by your big sixes in the middle.
yeah. I
And,
really needed a stop there. I was surprised you went on 4th and 1 there, but it was nice. I'm looking at the ball possession chart, and one thing I didn't really notice was that first drive you got the TD, but then it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. I didn't realize I did that,
Yeah.
but I couldn't really do anything with it. I think I went 3 plays, no first down, 6 plays, interception at the 16, 7 plays. I got the field goal from the 27. And then one of the big drives, I know you only got 3 points on it, but before the half, when you drove down and you got 3, that was very, very frustrating for me. You know, with a couple big plays, you basically had it at the 50 with 2 plays left, and I'm like, okay, because you only had 1 timeout, so I'm like, all right, he's only got 2 plays left, and he's got to kick the field goal, so I'm like, okay, I got to keep him under 18 yards, and I think you hit it like a 15-yard run on the first play, and then I was cooked. Then you hit an 11-yard play just to keep you out of the adjustment field goal. Although it didn't matter, the split was like a 4. It was good, even up to 56 yards.
Yeah. So
I mean that drive was yellow light most of the way. I mean, as you saw, right? I didn't go full green light really until around the 50. You know, I didn't really want to. I didn't want to give up the ball to you. You got Gunner. You can get that plus 24. I was kind of happy the way things were going, but I think I picked up a 3rd and 2 or something. McKinnon around the outside. McKinnon end run.
Yeah, you did a great. You know, you made another great call by you. You ran McKinnon to the right at Kittle a couple plays earlier, and I think he hit a 12 or something. And then I go, I know he likes to run this guy. I'm gonna call pass here, but I'm gonna plug that outside zone. So I did, and you ran it to the other side, and you got the plus 12 instead of the minus 2. And that got you into field goal range. I was like, another great call by you tonight, where you were right on top of it. You knew when I was going to zig, and you zagged. And a lot of great double teams today for you. And one of the real frustrating, I think one of the sacks was 1-7. Oh,
both the
1-7. And I was in the red zone too, and I was like, oh, it's funny because I was going to run that. I was going to run that with Jackson, Dearness Johnson. And at the last minute, I said, well, let me try to throw this. And then I got sacked. I was like, oh, crap.
One way you broke tendencies tonight for sure was not throwing to Johnson, and I think 0 targets for Mitchell up against the 0 Bosa most of the time. Sometimes not, but you had 2 tight, so usually it was against Bosa. What was your thinking staying away?
Well, if you sent Bosa, I was going to lose the pass block there, and it was a sack opportunity for you. I mean, I did mix it up a little bit. I actually threw to Johnson late in the game on one of the drives, but those guys, I think they're Bs. I have a B with Bates, so I have a B dump off. I mean, Yak if I need it. So I didn't want to put myself in any danger of getting sacked, but with Johnson and you called so much run, I should have really threw the ball more, but I didn't think you were going to call as much run as you did with Johnson in the game.
Fear those guys.
Yeah,
fear those guys, and I got those picks back there. You know, especially if I get 4 in short pass, I can sort of lean on short pass. Good 4-man is a nice card. You know, it just is. It has nice blanks and it has nice interception. Now, it doesn't mean you want to be in that position, guess wrong, short pass all day. But I had to take that chance. And, looking at the stats now, Johnson ended up averaging 4.8. Mitchell ended up 4.0. Didn't feel like that most of the game. Felt like they were pretty hemmed in,
Yeah, no, you're right. Johnson got all his yards on that last drive. He had nothing for most of the game. I mean, at halftime, he had 1 14-yard run, and after that, he had nothing. Nothing. Other than maybe an 8-yard run off tackle there. But, we really we couldn't get anything going on. I got in the red zone 4 times today. I got 7 points. That's not going to cut it. And even the last play, you nailed Sermon on the key.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you were right on top of me. I mean, obviously, if I threw there, I would have hit a receiver. It was a 6 on your card.
Yep.
It would have been a receiver hit. Who knows? But yeah, you were right on top of it. Even down to the end, you were right on top of what I was calling.
And I think the luckiest part from my side really is that Heineke ends up with no picks, throwing as much short as I did, which was I've been throwing more short lately, but against a good D, Heineke's card. I mean, that's a red flashing light of look out, interception warning. And managed to get lucky and avoid any picks. It's hard to beat. I think it's hard to beat this team if Heineke throws no picks. It's hard to beat the team.
Yeah, definitely. I just looked at the stats here. You called 11 successful run plays. I don't know how many times I ran the ball. Let me see. Between those two guys, 18. You had 11 right, 7 wrong. Mm-hmm. So that's an excellent percentage for calling run. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's abnormal. Yeah.
I love these post-game interviews where I don't have to say anything. You guys are just interviewing each other. I love it. Not looking ahead to the Super Bowl, so you're going to match up against either Green Bay, Anthony, or Arizona. Now, I don't see that you played Arizona. Did you play Green Bay? I don't see that either.
Played Green Bay, probably my luckiest game of the year in terms of rolls. Maybe except my game. I don't know. It was like one of those games you have 35-0 at halftime. Right. Just everything was going right, in that game with Green Bay. So hopefully I didn't use up all my good rolls.
We'll see what happens. Is the Green Bay Arizona game scheduled?
It is Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you can call that one, and I'll peep in, and then Michael or I will be able to call the Super Bowl. Maybe both of us. So, well, congratulations again,
sure.
Michael. Great season.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Thanks. One more
It was a fun game. Fun game to call.
Yeah, good game, Michael. Good game. Just it's amazing that Heineke can escape against a good D. Arizona's a good pass D, and I think Butch is average. I'm not sure pass, but
Green Bay is poor against the run and average against the pass. Arizona, which was the number one seed, Arizona, the number one seed in the playoffs, is good.
Right.
So, we'll see what happens. But Butch has been riding the Cinderella train all playoffs. But if it's Arizona and Atlanta, I think that would be, on paper, the better game. But you never know against Butch. So we'll see how it goes.
No doubt.
All right, guys, I will shut it down. Thanks again.
Appreciate it.
Great.
All right, take care.
Thank you.